Welcome back to another episode of Breaking Trad. I'm Alan.
And I'm Matt.
I'm Amanda.
And I'm Brittany.
And we're back at it. We're back in the... Is it me or does it seem awfully broad in here today?
It's you.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Is your head up higher than normal?
It's because it's daylight outside too.
That's probably exactly what it is. We got daylight coming through the windows and the lights, of course.
We actually got started.
You know, the obvious light fixtures.
And we got started exactly at 7 p.m. But
it's like a miracle.
Yeah.
Who does that?
Well, recently we've had some issues. I guess.
Every time, I'm just gonna knock on the wooden table.
Right.
So we got some big things coming this weekend. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sure do.
Okay. I looked over at Brittany and she was just zoned out.
I can't seem to release. It was like not having. I was staring at the tablet face, and it was not happening.
You guys looking forward to the classic?
Yes, always.
Yeah.
It's my first one, so yeah.
I don't.
Oh, you're gonna
know
make it.
What I'm looking forward to. It. I'm happy to be there.
You practice?
Y'all
Nope.
been
Who are you
practicing?
asking?
Everybody.
I shoot almost every day.
Shot the other day.
You kind of shot the other day?
Yeah.
I imagined I shot yesterday.
I dreamed
I'll be
about it
up.
last night, so
Did you?
I did.
I watched Alan shoot, and then I was like, "Yep, I gotta go start cooking dinner."
I was I was pulling on my barebow rig. I hurt my neck. I've hurt my neck.
Yeah, we heard.
I got to get Amanda's gun out. See, I should have. I decided not to. I'm not.
Thanks.
yeah.
So that just sounds terrible. I couldn't find it. I went to go get it, and I couldn't find it. I'm not really
Did you
sure.
hide it from yourself?
I don't know. I think I packed it with us on one of our trips. So I just figured one of us was gonna need a massage.
Yeah.
I think it was Kentucky because I remember us talking about it.
I wonder
It's
if it's
probably-
in my suitcase.
It's probably in your
It's
suitcase.
probably in my suitcase.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to work that out. But I'm looking forward to the classic. Looking forward to seeing everybody. Oh, I think
one
didn't
of my
Calvin say he was
favorites.
coming?
Calvin Spont?
Yep.
Oh, there's tons of people who are gonna be there. Sarah, Nancy Norris.
Oh, cool.
You talking about Turtle Lady? The one who was giving you guys crap about turtles?
Yes,
both of them.
both of them.
Both of them are giving us a hard time about turtles.
Are y'all city folk or something?
Yeah. No,
It
this is our
apparently
first.
worked because now Brittany cuts up all the little plastic things off the six packs.
Yeah, like, so
You're
they
turtle.
can't get
You're
stuck
being
on
turtle
them.
Save the
conscious.
turtles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Actually, it was Brooke. Brooke did that because she was getting on to me because I was just throwing them in the garbage.
And then you grabbed scissors and started cutting them.
Mm-hmm.
Said you were doing your part.
Yeah.
I mean, Brooke probably threatened to kick her butt.
All it took was two ladies to get onto you and you turned into an
Legitimately.
activist.
Yeah.
It seems like it's a sore subject over here. I'm just saying.
I'm good.
What are you doing?
I'm looking for the Tennessee Classic flyer.
Oh, you don't have it?
I mean, maybe
Well-
in my
We
stack
have
of
it.
papers somewhere.
There's a lot of papers though.
Yeah.
We could just type it and pull it up.
I really like technology in the sense that you can find something easier than thumbing through a bunch of crap.
I think it's just a
Control
one.
F.
It's not just a
Control
one
F.
day, but you have to have your scorecard turned in by Saturday.
It's one round, 40 targets, right? One round, 41 targets, including the
iron.
iron target.
I think
Mhm.
you can shoot it more than once. Maybe it's just first score is only once.
Yeah,
Oh, I don't know.
scores
I don't-
first.
Because they're still gonna have the range open on Sunday because they got a time when the range closes on Sunday.
You know, this was the first one of, like, other than the hill, the first one of significance that I had ever been to. I remember the first time. We've got pictures. You, me, your mom, and dad looking like a bunch of swamp rats, soaking wet.
Oh yeah, Aggie was with us.
Yeah, and we went out. We was like, oh, it's gonna rain, so we need to be prepared. Went out and got raincoats, frog tog of all, right? So it's supposed to be above par, you know, solid, right?
Not when it's a monsoon.
But I had blue dye from where my blue raincoat just soaked through.
yeah.
Everything just soaked through. I was soaking wet.
Everything was. It was so muddy too.
It was
Slip and
awesome.
slide.
And then you know how they got you coming down the big hill with the rope and all, yeah.
That was one year the rope was definitely necessary.
But anybody got any housekeeping? No.
No, we can't do housekeeping because
The washing
the
machine.
washing machine's broke, so you can't clean the living room.
What did you say? The washing machine's holding everything
dirty
else.
Oh yeah, the dirty clothes
are
must be holding
all the other stuff down.
Yeah, so Kimberly can't clean.
Oh well.
Oh, was that what she called for?
Yeah, she's like, well, nothing can be done because the washing machine's down right now.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I like that reasoning.
Yeah.
I just can't.
Billy Bob, how was your weekend?
It was great, man.
Yeah.
I done a lot of nothing. So
Really?
those are always good. You need them every now and then.
We did not do a lot of nothing.
Yeah. When do you get those? Where do those come from?
Bachelor life.
Good luck.
Bachelor life.
Yep.
Yeah, that too. That,
Pizza.
that works out as well.
Bachelor life, no kids.
No kids.
That's the life
We
I live.
had pageants Saturday.
All day.
Well, you had them all day. I spent all day in the yard.
Yeah. Me
And
and Brittany spent all day doing hair and makeup
All day.
backstage.
All.
Oh yeah, last week the girls weren't here. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I had to.
I didn't forget.
Alter dresses
Oh yeah.
and purchase.
And
dresses.
Amanda had.
And calm me down because I was crying because Addie's hair was messed. I called her like, "Help me!
We got that hair fixed and it looks so good.
Yeah.
It's not right."
Well, you guys did an awesome job, both of you guys. That's cool. We kind of had a bachelor's show last weekend.
And y'all were lonesome without us, weren't you?
we had
Why
kid
not?
stuff.
I'll tell you
going
what. Go back and watch the episode.
I don't know what's the dude that did
if I
Gangster's
want
Paradise? What was his name?
Coolio.
Coolio. Yeah, we did. You had live in Bachelor's Paradise. That's what you were saying a minute ago.
Oh Lord.
Why that really quick shift in
I don't know. That was a very
Direction.
abrupt direction of change.
Sus.
It's okay. The studio's not big enough for strippers. Okay, so no worries.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah.
Just saying.
This Will guy
mean-
can do anything.
Yeah, you can.
Literally anything Will can do.
Okay. All right. Our guest has been very patient today.
Yes, she has.
Bless her heart.
Yeah, she's just hanging in there, but first
Either laughing hysterically behind a muted microphone or she's rolling
she's
her
like,
eyes
"What's
something
wrong with
hard."
these people?" Right?
Why did I agree to do this?
Or she didn't hang
Probably
up.
what she's thinking.
Huh?
She hung up.
Hopefully that dongle's working.
Right?
Story of my life. Anyways, all right. First, let me say that we have consistently preached about the diversity in the archery world. How 1 minute you can be shooting with a cop, and the next, wait, was that was a bad combination?
You know what? It's fine. Just keep going.
Yeah. So, and then the next you can be hanging out with a rocket scientist, and we have a guest on when we have guests on, I like to do a pre-show interview to kind of get to know the guest and give them an idea how the show will go. Some of the things I found out I was really impressed with, but without further ado, our guest this evening is 100% Maverick. Currently lives in Michigan, but also hails from San Marino, a small country landlocked in Italy, which is why she represented San Marino this past year. She currently third in the nation in barebow. She also placed 11th in the World Field Championships that was held in Yankton. She qualified third at Lancaster this year with a 5:39, but placed second, only losing slightly to Lena Bjorklund. Bjorklund, is that right? I think I'm saying-
Bjorklund,
Bjorklund. In 2022, she placed third in Lancaster, which only goes to show she's going to work, especially when it comes to archery. She is on Team Gilo, speaks both Italian and Russian. Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Kristina Pruccoli, can you hear us?
I can hear you, and that was incredible. Oh my goodness.
Well, how are you? How are you doing today?
I'm doing well, and I loved all that pre-conversation. That's like the community. That's like what archery is about, is everyone getting together and, just connecting. And you're right, seeing the person next to you, who knows what they do is their lifeline. It's really interesting how archery brings us together.
Absolutely.
We're all
So
on the same playing field for once.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't matter what they do, really. Like you could know or you could not know. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know who David Schneider is. I said his name
I
correctly.
don't.
You did.
So he runs the Whiskey City Traditional in Indiana. It's Indiana, right? And he's actually, I think, if I'm not mistaken, the chief of police there in Indiana.
Oh,
And then we've got two friends who, and that's kind of what I'm referencing. We got two friends from Tennessee, the Jatons. They ran nuclear power plants, that kind of thing. And when they were
Wow.
work, yeah. So it's kind of a wild playing field if you think about it. We're all, like Amanda said, on the same platform.
it has been a joy for me to come into archery, and ever since I started, I love the community, I love the people, and I love the practice.
Gosh,
It's so good.
and you've come so far in like such a short time. Because when the first Lancaster last year, you had only been shooting a few months, 6 months.
No, it was November 2020. So it was January. It was a year and a month.
Okay. I knew it wasn't a very long span. I mean, that's pretty awesome for not having shot that long.
Yeah, well, it's a great practice, and it's like easy to fall in love with, where you just want to do it all the time.
Yeah. I get that.
Yep.
That's for sure. So I mentioned earlier you speak, well, Brittany got onto me. You speak 3 languages, both English, Italian, and Russian. She got on to me before the show. She's like, that would be 3. I said, yeah, I thought English was a given at first. But I don't know how to ask this. How do you say something? Can you say something?
Sure. Russian? What do you want me? Sure.
Welcome to Breaking Trash.
Меня зовут Kristina. Я говорю по-русски. Я студаю русский язык 4 года и школа. I just said, hi, my name is Kristina. I went to school and studied Russian for 4 years.
Oh wow!
Здравствуйте, hello. I mean, it's more conversational now because I don't really get to interact with it very much.
Yeah.
But it's there. I understand more than I can speak.
Understood.
But I cobble through it just because of the inconsistency of practice.
I got you. I know how that is.
I think we all do.
I mean, we all speak English.
Hey.
We live in Alabama, so
That's like true in every sense of everything. Like,
I fell in.
Our boat
Oh, go ahead.
week? No, I have not. I've not practiced at all.
I did fall in love with Alabama. I just have to tell everyone there.
Oh.
I really did.
Wow.
I went to Sipsey Wilderness area and the Bankhead National Forest, and I had an incredible trip there, and I can't wait to get back to that earth. It's amazing.
That's why I want to go for Mother's Day. Take me to Bankhead.
Oh, you got to get there. It's beautiful.
It's so close to us too.
It's very close.
It's under an hour
Yeah.
drive.
Just north.
You might get shot by a turkey hunter right now, but
You need to be in that on the regular. You don't know those creeks, those waters. I can imagine on a hot summer day.
Yes, there's some beautiful waterfalls in there too.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. There's so many little swimming holes. It was cold when I was there, but I didn't care. I went in.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's awesome.
It was cold. It was January.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yep.
You got like,
went in
oh,
January?
No, I've done that.
Not
before.
yeah, I did.
I dropped
Oof.
into Turkey Creek in January, and the Blue Hole will never ever do that again.
Takes your
After
breath
like
away.
5 days of backpacking, you kind of want to submerge and get
Well,
clean.
that makes sense.
Yeah. I can understand that, but woo.
Yeah, it was cold.
So going back, like, if it's okay, I want to talk about what you actually you do for a living. Yeah.
Sure. I do a variety of things. Primarily, I do health and wellness to private and corporate clients. So I provide meditation, mindfulness practices, experiential sessions, ice-breaking, team building, just work-life balance, ergonomics at your desk, a variety of, in programs like that. That's my primary type of work. And then I also do a lot of like facility and development work for a restaurant in Detroit. that's on a canal. It's kind of like the Venice of Detroit. It's really a great space.
Did you guys look at those pictures I sent you?
Mm-hmm.
It's called Coriander Kitchen and Farm, and it's a really great location. So I work in developing, helping them make their ideas and dreams for what the restaurant happen, and also they're very open and allow me to create, freely. So I do all sorts of things like a rain garden ponds and a fish mobile installation, just all sorts of painting of artwork on things, just interesting assemblage of things. It's kind of an interesting.
That's so cool.
So
I want to live in these pictures.
That's what I was saying. So when I seen these pictures, I was like, oh, this is right up. This is Amanda's alley right here. This is kind of her jam.
That is my jam right there. That's like.
Well, she said there was an aerial view that she couldn't find.
Yeah, I couldn't find that aerial view. That was a 44-foot circle mandala. So it's like this circular design.
Cool.
So if you can think about like a large circle, and within that large circle, there's 4 circles. And if you've ever seen the yin yang, where it's half black, half white, like almost fish or kind of a kidney shape. Yeah.
You can kind of see it.
Yeah, you can walk through each 4 of those circles of the yin yang, and then the other ones are just kind of larger shapes that aren't part of the circle.
The slab that you see. I've okay. So that's what I was telling you yesterday, Kristina. I built houses for about 10 or 11 years, and I've only seen a handful of people be able to stain concrete. But do you see the slab there? It looks kind of rustic, marbly look.
Yeah.
Like she did that as well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that came out really nice. And that's at Coriander. That came out really nice. I love it. I'm very happy with it.
Even this little patio, if y'all just put like a screen around it, just let me live in that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The lights in the garden outside.
Oh, yeah. It's great. It's a really beautiful space.
That's really cool.
Very unique.
Is it okay if we throw some of these pictures on the Facebook page?
Sure, absolutely.
Because people who listen, actually, this episode won't drop until what next Thursday. But the people who are listening are going to be hearing the girls gawk over these photos.
Yeah.
So give them something to
reference.
Yeah, and I do a lot of. Yeah, I do also a lot of like community work development for, cities develop urban gardens and. Water solutions, earth erosion solutions, all sorts of, native planting. There's a lot of kind of parts that kind of go along with it.
Yeah, that's
well. When
awesome.
when we get done here, let me give you my number. I control an automation pump expert. So just hit me up.
Ooh.
I can put you.
I like that. That's awesome. No, I need that because that's part of my system where I could definitely do some refinement.
Well, hey, we can put something together. Just saying.
Oh,
no, that's.
I'll
awesome.
come by Alabama.
There you go. Hey, you're on your way though, ain't you?
I am. I'm going to be coming down to Gator Cup in May. So on my way back up, I was thinking of stopping through at Sipsey, actually, and Big Head National Forest.
Yeah, don't miss the opportunity. That's for sure.
And
I know. Why don't you all come out for a day hike?
We should.
Well, let us know when you're coming through.
Day in May.
It'll be after Mother's Day. It'll be May 15th.
Okay.
15th or 16th.
We might have to do that. And it's chanterelle season, and you can
fish.
You can
mushrooms.
Mushroom chanterelles.
Oh, mushrooms! I couldn't hear. You said chanterelles.
Yeah,
okay, I'm sorry.
And
I love chanterelles.
Well, you can pick there. Like a lot of places you're not allowed.
You can forage. Yeah,
you can forage up at the bank.
Ooh, I'm definitely stopping by now.
Yeah.
All right. Did you guys figure out who's got 1, 2, and 3? I know he's got 3.
So.
Word out.
I'll start with 1.
Yep. All right.
So tell us how you got started shooting.
How did I get started shooting? Well, when I was younger, I really loved the idea of archery. Never really gave any attention to it. And then I had a partner who made a bow for me, and it was just made of PVC and like wood. And we would play around on it on our farm. And it was like, just maybe 10 meters, 15 meters. just some kind of pallet board, terrible arrows, no tuning, no, very, 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 really just primitive and just fun to have like, competition against one another or whatever.
Right.
And then COVID happened, and, I was still working very much like for that mandala job. And, I was like, I want to get into archery. And I just Googled like, where's there a school? And I couldn't believe it, but like 20 minutes from me is a really great school. It's called Rising Phoenix Archery. And I started there, and I went with, I did a 5-week beginner session, and then they had this break for the holiday. And I was like, no, I don't want to stop shooting. So I got private sessions for the next, I think it was the next 5 weeks or whatever. And then I joined the advanced after or whatever. There's like this segment of their curriculum of how they do it.
Mm-hmm.
Anywho, so I just was like, no, I don't want to stop shooting. Can we figure out a schedule to make it work so I can keep practicing? And they're like, yeah. So I worked that out, and I just fell in love with it,
See, that's how addictive it is. No formal introduction. It was you said it was a PVC bow?
Yeah, it was PVC.
PVC bow, slinging arrows at 10 yards. Was
to a pallet.
Yeah, to a pallet. And then she latched on and it got her from a PVC bow. You know what I mean?
Yes. After my first class, I was like, I want to buy my own equipment. I was like, the club bows that are there were great. They're, they were not by any means, they're not terrible bows. But I was just like, I want to start putting some investment in a piece of equipment and start this practice.
Did they sit you down and say, Kristina, how committed are you? Because
you know what?
Well, the price of things, I'm just sitting here. I know I've spent a lot of money shooting, archery, and I was just thinking, if I go back to it now, I'd probably just kind of keep it simple,
Oh yeah, for sure. I didn't dump crazy amount of money. It was money. I definitely, I think my first setup that I got, which I love, by the way, very much still, I actually just sold that riser, but, I spent maybe $700 for everything,
mm-hmm.
or $750, I think, total. So I didn't think it was a terrible investment for when and it lasted me all the way it lasted me maybe 14 months. And then I bought another bow to give me capacity, like the Gilo GT.
Mm-hmm.
The limb pocket gives me that capacity for the limbs that I had. So for outdoor and getting, that distance of 50 meters, it made sense for me to buy the GT riser. And I had the G2 before, which I really liked.
So that was the one you initially dropped a little money?
Yeah,
okay.
It was a G2, yeah. And it was orange, like a coppery orange, more copper. I loved it.
Well, so let's go a little more in depth on your setup now. So you're running what
on my Olympic recurve or on my bear bow?
On your bear bow. Yeah.
Segment into the next question.
Segue. Yeah, but we'll get into that. But on your bear bow rig,
sure. So I have a G2 GX riser, and my limbs that I was using for just outdoor and field just before we came indoors.
Mm-hmm.
Last year was win limbs, and they were mediums. They were 38 pounds. I was only pulling about 37 and a half off the fingers.
Okay.
Fighter plunger, Yoast tab. Yoast is awesome.
Of course.
You getting a full draw? 28 inch?
My draw length is 26 and like a half, 26 and 3/4. Somewhere in there.
I got you. What's yours, Brittany?
Really, Alan?
I mean,
no, it's 24 and a half.
Oof, girl.
She needs.
I bet you got the mobility in your body though to create a bone sequence that gives you a longer draw that you probably just haven't had access to it yet.
Maybe, I don't know.
She's got to get longer arms first.
Yeah, I'm real short. I'm only 5 foot, and that might be pushing it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes more sense.
She's our little pocket Brittany.
And I didn't mean to. I wasn't trying to pick on you. I thought
No,
you
it's
guys
fine.
were close.
Yes, he was.
She said, no. You said you had a 26.5, yeah.
26.5. Yep.
And I thought you were closer to 26. I apologize.
It's okay. It's fine. What's yours?
Like 27.5.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, okay. So, question 2. Who's got question 2?
I can do that one. Okay.
right.
So since you just mentioned your Olympic setup, what made you decide to take the Olympic recurve route? Well, like, why did you want to move into that division?
Well, last year when I first connected to my home country, my dual citizenship to San Marino, I told them, hi, I'm a barebow shooter and I'm doing pretty well in the States. I still new, but you know, what kind of support can I shoot on the team for San Marino, but be barebow? And could I go to World Fields for them? And I'm already here in this country, you know, I was like, please, like, you know, and I was really surprised. They were so warm and welcoming, and they're like, yeah, absolutely. And they're very supportive. So that I could go there, made it available for me because, you know, you, as all of our archers know, like you have to leave work. There's a consideration that has to happen in order for this practice to happen. And so you got to negotiate that balance. And so they were very supportive. And so at that point, I was super excited. I was like, I'm gonna shoot for my home country. It was like kind of like a dream come true in a bit. Right. When I was younger, I used to have this stupid dream. I'd say it's stupid. I gotta stop saying that. But I was like, I'm gonna go to the Olympics one day for my home country. And they were like, okay, we like you, but will you switch to Olympic recurve? And I was like, no, I don't want to. I want to shoot at the World Fields. I want to, you know. And so they're like, okay, fine. And then after I shot the World Fields, I went back to indoor and I did, you know, really well at Lancaster. Yeah. That was incredible. And they were like, okay, will you do Olympic recurve? And I'm like, yes, I will. I will now switch, because if it's an opportunity, if I get some qualifying scores, then I will be able to hopefully go to Berlin, to where I could earn a seat possibly for San Marino.
Oh, that would be so incredible.
That would be incredible. I mean, it's like, why, how could I not explore that option? I love shooting my bow. So what? There's going to be a giant bar forward, 2 bars backwards, this sight bar, this, you know, there's a scope because you can't see down there at 70 meters.
Yeah, that's pretty far.
Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm now getting into the practice where you're like, you know, like you're looking in a scope, and it's just, you know, it's all an interesting, it's still shooting your bow, but there's just, you know, other factors that create new circumstances.
Yeah. Did you say 70 meters?
Yes.
What is that? What does that convert yards wise?
Like probably 77 yards or something like that.
Yeah, remember we watched the Olympics on TV. You can't tell when you're watching it on TV and the segments that they have, because it's just like, oh, them shooting and then they're on the target.
Yeah,
you can't even
far.
really see and judge how far they're shooting. I know it's far down there, but that would be so awesome. So
are you're in it hard then, yeah?
Oh, I'm in it hard. Oh, no joke. I mean, I'm giving it. I'm really. I feel like I have to hit this hard because the iron's hot now. Like, I'm in the practice of it. I'm enjoying it. It's, you know, it's a great challenge and all these great obstacles, and I'm loving how it feels. It's like, why not?
Right. So we talked.
It'd be crazy if I didn't do it. It'd be crazy if I didn't go for it.
No,
absolutely. I'm with you.
You should definitely go for it.
I'm a little jealous because I want it so bad. You know what I mean? I'm like, let's go. Come on, let's do it. So we talked briefly about the transition. And I know it's a big transition from like a traditional aspect, shooting 300 with a high anchor point, to a barebow aspect where, you know, you're starting to incorporate string walk. You got a lower anchor, and your form kind of changes a little bit.
Oh, absolutely.
And then, so how big of a transition is it is it a smaller transition from barebow to Olympic recurve, or would you say it's a struggle and you're getting there?
I think that what happens is that because of like 2 years of like consistent training in barebow, I have this shot process that is quite ingrained in me. You know, it's
Got that muscle memory.
And it's also, it's a meditation. It's a movement meditation. It's a process. It's a it's a process. I don't know, you know, there's so I have to shift my process, and learning a new process is interesting because you want to connect to your old process because you felt a lot of strength, consistency, endurance, so it's been a struggle in some ways, but it's been also like a really nice way to just try to learn something fully new and really let it just be a whole different dance.
I got you. Hey, I have a few more questions. What time? Where are we at?
7:31.
Yeah, it's 31 minutes.
We're in 31 minutes. Hey, I want to ask another question in regards to this, okay? But
sure.
We're gonna take a few seconds and acknowledge our sponsor, okay?
Nice, yeah.
Abio is a traditional. Said that backwards. Abio Traditional is a division of the International Bow Hunting Organization exclusively for traditional archery. After realizing a significant segment of the archery community was not participating in compound events, the Abio became the first national organization to embrace and recognize traditional archery, creating the first standalone traditional event. In 2009, the very first Abio Traditional World Championship happened in Erie, Pennsylvania. Money generated by all events goes to preserving our bow hunting heritage. For more information, check out abiotraditional.net.
Way to go, Matt.
Thank you.
Good job.
Yeah, well said. Well said.
So
I practice it in front of a mirror at home.
Do you?
Oh my gosh.
So going back into the transition or whatever, you're so Yakko, right?
Yeah, Matt Yaka.
Okay, yeah. So he works in the physical training. He does physical training.
Yeah,
things
yeah.
Like that. And then you're a health and wellness coach. How do you think that your profession helps you through this transition? Are there exercises that you use, I guess, mentally or whatever, in order to get your to follow through, or the anchor point or things like that? Yeah,
Absolutely.
Okay.
I mean, there's the background of meditation, mindfulness, presence, yoga, martial arts. They're all about like self-mastery in a lot of ways of self into one, or just a presence of the now. And I feel like a lot of individuals don't invest time and effort to be in the now, to receive the now, to see the now. And I feel like that gives a greater sense and capacity to know our own bodies and know to understand like our chemistry and what we're feeling when we're having thoughts about how we're existing in the moment. So I feel like that definitely gives me because archery is very, that process of repeating the same action over and over.
Right.
You're looking to release an arrow out of a piece of equipment the same way, with the same amount of tension on the string, with finger pressure and pressure into your grip, and also maybe understanding the wind and rain. I've been practicing in rain for the past 5 days. I'm so ready not to practice in the rain. I'm so over the rain. But you know what? I hear it might rain in Florida, so I'm like, okay, this is good.
Hey, it's good practice. Yeah. I mean, it's going to be hard to miss the rain in Florida. It's
yeah, but it's cold rain here. It's cold rain here. Oh, it's so cold.
No. In Florida, you're thankful for the rain sometimes.
Yeah, because it knocks the mosquitoes down.
Yeah.
Or you
get my goodness, I'm not ready for that.
You get a brief respite of like the humidity. You get cooled off, and then it just steams back up.
Yeah. It releases and then builds back up.
But
You guys are really talking it up for me.
You'll love,
Can't wait.
love it. It'll be a nice.
So, yeah, because you came in January, you didn't get to experience the humidity, and that is a total
but
different level of...
it's that good sweat. You know how you get the bad sweat where you're like overloaded, aggressive, like just trying to make things happen. It's like, oh yeah, man,
might be
You've been
the
working
good
inside for too long.
I was like, it's the good sweat for people who are in shape. We are not those people.
I don't know that humidity to me is worse than hot. I would rather have 100 degrees and no humidity than 80 and 100% humidity.
Yeah,
all day, every day.
Yeah.
Michigan's very humid.
See, we haven't made it to Michigan yet.
And
We were gonna load up one year.
Yeah.
go.
and
What was
drive
it?
20
Kalamazoo. Yeah, we were gonna.
Like 20 hours.
What were you going to do in Kalamazoo?
They do a huge
Oh, yeah, traditional.
yeah
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
expo.
That's isn't that in the spring?
It is,
It
yes.
is, yes.
Yep.
And was another one. Was that what we were driving up for?
No.
we were gonna drive to was it Cloverdale?
No, that's Indiana.
Oh, yeah, it was the shoot up there.
There was a
it
shoot,
Compton shoot?
Compton
up there,
shoot. Yeah, that was it. Yes, we were going to. We almost got in the car, and then said no.
It would have just been. We just got back from Ohio though, and we spent 14 hours in the car just because you get through Cincinnati and traffic completely stops, and everybody gets back and rested, and they're like, "Let's go to Michigan," and I'm like, Matt too. I don't know about that. We're done.
Yeah.
Me and Brittany are just crazy.
Yeah.
We're down for an adventure.
Always.
But I do back on the what you were talking about. Sorry, Kristina, not to take away from what you were talking on.
No, not at all.
The mental aspect of having to stay focused, because archery is definitely a mental game.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You let something about thoughts and the target panic and all that stuff. So having a way to stay mentally focused on what you're trying to accomplish.
Well, I noticed.
Is a big part of it.
The reason why I asked the question is because I noticed yesterday, I was nitpicking myself. Nobody was outside. It was just me. I'm out there shooting. I shoot, and I'm like, oh, okay, so that's right. All right, I needed. What was my body doing? Where was my hand? Where was all this at? And I would have to shoot and focus. And I'm like, it's got to play in. Her profession has got to play into this aspect. She's probably got a better handle on it than all of us, really, if you think about it.
I mean,
you just gain the capacity by investing the time and listening and being present in a different way when you hold your bow in your hand.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you notice, if you've seen every footage of how I shoot, and a lot of people make fun of me because I bend my knees and kind of squat my knees a little bit, or get into my feet. I'm just grounding down to the moment,
right,
to my bones and my body, and I'm aligning myself to make the action of this process of this shot.
Yeah, I mean that it
this
works.
Opportunity, this one arrow.
It makes sense. It works. You want to feel everything that you're doing, so if something is not right.
Yeah, well, it's not even about here. That's a thing. It's if you are searching for the negative, if you're where is it's not right here. It's not right here. If you're looking and hunting for something that it's going to break the process, then you're flattening your own tire from rolling and just growing.
See, we've got this fella. His name's John Solons. He listens to the show every time.
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee you, he's going to comment and be like, one of the best episodes ever. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of information coming out.
Well, he will now for sure.
Well, now if you don't.
Well, I think the more information, the better. I mean, look at our younger barebow community. Them kids on fire, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
it's great. I think the more information,
they have access to so
I've
much.
noticed a difference, and I'm only, almost 2.5, 3. I'll be 3 years in November.
I mean, the amount of information and knowledge that's out there, it is just
and that's communities communities like everyone, like all of you.
Sharing.
Communities the barebow product. Communities make all I'm sure there's a lot more like grit archery and all those,
Yeah.
Right.
people push archery. Push does so much.
Yep. As a matter of fact, we've got a that'll be at the end. But
We got to shout them out.
You guys should talk to Matt if you haven't already.
oh yeah, no,
Well, he's just a hard feller to get because he's got all them babies. He's got all them kids.
I know.
They're either out of town or he's running around with the kids.
I know.
he wasn't.
I love that whole group.
So
Love it all.
Season 1, we tried to get him to come on the show, and because of our schedule, we actually have to schedule. So we had to schedule you a day to be on the show because everybody's free on Tuesdays, and then we get we get to do the show.
Now you got called out.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Matt.
No, he was totally willing. It was just like we need more notice, and he needs like very short notice, and we're like he's like a check-in on the daily.
Yeah. He's like, just get up with me.
I like that ride though.
Yeah. So we could never get caught up to him, but
so this isn't on the papers, but can you give us a little bit about your experience this year at the Lancaster?
Sure. So I shot well in the qualifiers. I was happy with how things were going. I was still having like my typical like low right issue, where I just was, I don't know, I just couldn't get that to shift out. But it still worked out for me, and I was happy with qualification where I landed. I think it was third or fourth. Yeah, I was third in qualification, and then I barely made it through Maggie.
Really?
Yeah.
She put the heat on you?
Yes. Well, first I had Julie Yaka.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Julie was on fire too.
You know, when Julie gets on fire, you just gotta like try to hold your line because she gets hot. So I somehow made it through Julie, and then I had Maggie, and Maggie had a deflection that I think it was going to be a 9 because the other one was a 9 already. But and it went into the 8.
No.
And so I won by 1 point.
What?
I know. Yeah, I know. And I know she wanted to get on the stage so hard.
Oh man.
And I was like, oh my goodness. I'm like, it's happening again. That's exactly what I said. I was like, oh gosh. I'm like, okay, I got to take a nap. I was like, I need a nap.
Go crawl up for a minute. Yeah.
I did. Oh yeah. I was like, I knew what I needed. I was like, I need a little bit of time because there's a big gap between eliminations and then the finals.
Yeah, they put us up at what? They put eliminations up around 7 a.m. or something like that, starting at 7, and you need to be there 30 minutes or something like that before.
Yeah, eliminations. I think they start at 8 actually.
8.
Yeah,
Okay.
They start at 8, and then you're done by like 11:30, if that. You know.
Yeah.
11:30 noon, and then you're not back until 5:36.
Right.
Or 4, you'll go on at 5:30, but you come back and warm up for,
Right.
But you get warm up time in a space that is like the stage space, like
Right.
this really bright lit target face.
Hey, did the lighting affect you at all? This is something that we hear pretty regularly.
I don't. So people have all sorts of opinions. Now, I stayed, but if you look at all of the barebow archers shoot shots for the right side of that podium on the stage, you'll notice that all their shots are consistently either a little high and left or a little low and right.
Okay.
So I think it was depending on how the archer is standing, how the archer is coiling, what the archer is, looking. Right. But I stayed on the left as much as I could because I was much more comfortable lighting there for me. I remembered from the year previously. And I was like, I don't want to go on that right stage. But then I, had to go on the right stage because Lena was like, get off that left stage. And I was like, okay. I know. She was like, I'm a freight train. You must watch out. I've been waiting to do this moment. Oh, it was beautiful.
Yeah.
It was, are you kidding me? I turned to her and I was like, you are on fire. And I was like hot, you know?
Yeah.
It was, yeah.
Yeah,
It
it's
was
a great
incredible.
It was.
was
Oh, she was a freight train. I was like, okay, just try to hold the line, girl.
Well,
I was like, there's no getting back. There's no getting back. Just shoot your shot.
well, if it makes you feel any better, BT was front and center supporting you guys. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I don't know
Thank
if you could see us all. I don't know if you could see anything off the podium.
I don't know. They, like,
No, I did
eyes
not.
Blinding. I don't think they
It
could
was
see anything.
it was hard for me to look over from the left side of the stage to look over to in front of me was okay, but when I got to the right side, it was just there was too much contrast, so I didn't want to look that way.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, awesome. So we've got the fourth and final question. I don't know. There's a gnat or something flying around. I don't know where it's coming from. I'd look over at Matt. He's
Matt's
just
over here,
flailing.
like, freaking out over this bug.
I'm not freaking out. It's just like flying in my face.
I know. I mean, like not freaking out, but like
Oh.
trying to find it.
We could say,
yeah,
whatever.
freaking out.
He was flailing.
yeah, flailing. So hit it, Matt.
Stop. If there was one bit of information you could give someone coming into the sport of archery, what would it be?
Patience. Patience with yourself, patience with the practice. Just patience.
Yep, that's
Just
pretty
be patient. What you're doing is trying to make a process.
Well,
Making a process needs to be built.
good.
So be present, feel what feels good. Feel what feels right. Learn to know what right is by just breathing and being and doing. Don't try to analyze it. Just breathe, be, and do.
breathe, be, and do. Somebody write
You
that
like it?
down. Do
Write it down.
We should
Write it
be a
down.
shirt.
It's
That's
on
a
my
shirt.
T-shirt. It's actually on my
is on your
T-shirt
t-shirt?
list. No, it's on a T-shirt. I have a list of T-shirts that I want to like print, but I don't know. I haven't
can't
done
take it.
the
It's ours.
effort
It's
to do
ours.
it.
Well, wait a minute. Hang on. Let's talk business real quick. What if we did that shirt and at the bottom it said KP, and then we split it.
You don't even have to
gotta
say
be
KP. Don't say
It's gotta be
KP.
on top of a mandala though. Like
I say no KP, no
Okay.
KP. But I do like a interesting idea, Amanda, of a mandala, but archery related.
yes. Oh, we could make it.
I'm
on
already
those.
designing it. I'm already designing
Look,
it.
she's on it.
I am on it.
Sign me up. I want one.
Do we send her a shirt or does she send us a shirt? How does this work?
I mean,
I think I'm going to print the shirts.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
I
her shirt.
think you should.
I think I'll
So-
print the shirts and I'll put a little Breaking Trad logo on it.
Oh, there we go.
I just want one. You just have to let me know when they're done.
For sure.
Gotta be
I'm on it.
awesome.
I'm actually really on it. No joke.
I wholeheartedly believe you.
Yeah. She puts the work in, you know.
I know,
She's
look at
making
all
things
that.
happen.
Very artistic. I like it.
Why not?
Right.
Why not? Right?
Right.
Y'all have so many kids. You guys live. You have beautiful, complex, amazing lives. You live in it too.
Whew, that's a nice way of putting it.
Yeah,
Just remember that when we're sitting on the edge of the bed later, rocking back and forth, like, why do these kids don't listen for shit?
I love them so much. But go to
I
bed.
could only imagine.
Well, Kristina, it is. What time are we at right now?
We are at
50 minutes.
50 minutes.
Ooh,
36.
wait, this was a long one.
I like it though.
Yeah, it was good. A lot of good information. I enjoyed that. Billy Bob, say hello because I don't know if she knows you're here.
Hello.
Kristina, how
Yeah.
are you?
So Billy Bob's coming on the show to help us out. He runs the cameras and things like that, and he knows random
He knows a lot
bands who sings all kind. Like you can hum something or start singing something. He's like, oh yeah, I know who that is. He'll tell you right off the bat. But he's pretty good at it. He's a good friend and an awesome guy. But we want to say thank you for coming on the show, Kristina. It means a lot. I'm glad we finally got to do this. So you're going to Florida, right? And you're working on getting that qualifying score. What is that qualifying score?
It is 610 is the minimum that you need to shoot at any sort of authorized judge event. But in Berlin, I will need somewhere between 630 at the lowest to 650s would be great, 660s. But, it's a process. We'll see what happens. It really has progressed. I learned a tremendous amount in Arizona. That was the first time I ever went out to that tournament. Okay. And I'm ready to see what I can do in Florida. And then I'm going up to Toronto for a double 720. I've never shot that many arrows back-to-back days. I mean, I do shoot that many arrows in practice, but I've never done a competition arrows. I might be zapped, but we'll see. You know what?
You need some naps.
Yeah. Exactly. You're right. This girl will need a big nap for sure. But I'll learn things. I know I will. That's where you have to put it in. You got to jump in. You just have to.
It's the only way to
have
do
to
it.
say, it's the only way to do it. I feel like a lot of archers won't compete. And I'm like, go do it.
Yeah.
What?
Don't be intimidated. You just got to.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Do it for you too, not against other people.
Exactly.
It's about how accurate and can you nail that X? Can you put yourself together to make that happen?
Right.
That's all it's about.
That's right.
Yeah.
What was it? Live, breathe, do. Live, be, do. Oh my goodness, I forgot it.
I think. Oh no, it was breathe, be, do.
Breathe, be, do. That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, you said you had a busy month of May. You're going to be all over the place, Florida, Toronto.
I am.
And then
I'm also going out to Salt Lake City at the end of the month too.
For another competition or just for recreation?
No, I'll be meeting with a coach out there, Jay Bars.
Oh.
Cool. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Busy.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody look out. She's coming.
Right.
I'm putting in the work. How about that? I'm definitely putting in the work, and I love it. And thank you, everyone, because I love being asked to do this, so I appreciate it. So thank you.
Well, no, thank you. We really, really enjoyed it. There was a lot. This is probably going to be I think it played well. It was easy. It was a comfortable show, and we appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Well, we have a few more things that we need to run and do. We need to run through. So we like to promote the shoots. We're going to do that, and then we need to say hello to all our Patreon sponsors. But I guess when's the next time? Are you gonna stop here in Alabama, right?
That will be May 15th, or May 15th, 16th, maybe the 17th, depending how I feel. I think the 16th.
Okay. So, well, when you come through, hit us up. We'll figure something out. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Monday, Tuesday. I think we'll work it out.
Okay.
It's right after Mother's Day.
Right. All right. Well, thanks, Kristina. We will.
Thank you.
Hopefully, we'll see you soon.
Best of luck on everything.
Take care. Well, thank you.
You too.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
I love how it beeps.
She's so sweet.
Yeah. She was pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
let's
talk about them shoots.
Okay, we must.
Did you stop recording then start recording? No, did you? Oh, he swapped it over. He said, "That's you."
They had the floor. They had the floor.
Okay, then. So the weekend that this is going to drop, we are looking at a
cell phone.
Yes, we're looking at our cell phone. Yes, This is true. The R100. No, wrong weekend.
The 13th.
Yeah, we're gonna go look at the Aim for a Cure in Bladden County, Bladensboro, North Carolina.
Hey, you know what?
I found it.
It's okay.
Fine. It's fine. I
See,
don't know why I did not read that. I was like, that is not. What are you talking
I
about?
seen the look on Amanda's face, and I was like, you know what? We'll just post it up on Facebook.
The Chilton County Central Zone Shoot. It'll be an ASA qualifier. That's here in Alabama.
The IBO Tennessee State Championship at Buck Hollow Bow Hunters in Dixon, Tennessee.
Indiana Archery Triple Crown second leg. This is the weekend of the 13th and 14th, by the way, in case we just forgot to.
You know, I heard
mention
somewhere
that.
they got a huge third leg.
Can you cut him off?
Kentucky Bow Hunters Association is going to have a fun shooting competition on that Saturday, May the 13th in Harrodsburg, Kentucky.
Little River Bowmen will be hosting a shoot on Saturday, May 13th in Columbia, Mississippi.
Lost Tribe will also be hosting a shoot that weekend, that Saturday.
I think that is all for that weekend. So let's scoot to the next one. Okay, so the 2023 Baltimore Bowman Traditional Classic will be Thursday, May 18th through Sunday, May 21st.
The Allentown, New Jersey R100 will be the 19th, 20th, and 20th.
Why is he
First.
dying over there?
I don't know, but he's dead. He has died.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Why are you dying?
I don't know. I couldn't help myself. Go for it. Go.
You did the R100, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Indiana Traditional Bow Hunters Association ITBA State Championship will be May 19th through May 20th.
The IBO Chester Classic in Chester, Texas will be Friday the 19th through May the 21st. Barefoot, guys.
Midwest Safari Triple Crown will be in South Bend, Indiana.
And Barefoot Traditional Archers will have a shoot May 20th.
Percy Quinn Archery will host a shoot in Macomb, Mississippi, Saturday, May 20th.
And as you heard last week, the Southern Traditional Archery Association will be hosting their Jerry Pierce Memorial Shoot. I'm assuming y'all talked about that last weekend. I'm so sorry. I didn't know I wasn't talking to this loud enough. I could hear myself. And our fun one.
And our Bow Up Against Breast Cancer shoot in Coleman, Alabama will be Saturday and Sunday. So if you haven't already, I think you still have time to sign up for teams. I'm not sure when early registration ends, but go check out their website, Bow Up Against Breast Cancer.
And let's see. Ye Old Farts on Sunday, May 21st. They're gonna have a shoot that's in Crab Orchard, Tennessee.
Did we say at the Chester Classic?
You did, yeah.
Okay. Thought so. Just making sure. All right. And then the next weekend, Task Bow Hunters 9th Annual World Championship will be held at Coshocton County Sportsman Association and Coshocton. Is that right? How do you say that? Coshocton, Ohio.
Who knows?
We need to ask our
Probably
friends
the people
about
that
that
live
one.
there.
I know. We need to.
Where are we from? How do you say it?
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's the TAS Bowhunter 9th Annual World Championship 2023, Friday, May 26th through the 28th.
And ASA qualifier here in Alabama at the Talladega County Bow Hunters.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Laurel Bowhunters ASA qualifier will be held Saturday, May 27th.
And let's see. Sunman Fishing Game Club, Sunday, May 28th in Indiana.
And I think that is all for right now before we jump into June. So that's all for May.
Awesome.
Yep.
Awesome. Way to go. It was good. I'm sorry for my little outburst earlier.
I feel like you're not sorry at all.
He was just talking about the third leg of that sheet.
That's all I was doing.
It's the
wasn't
second
third,
leg.
It was the second leg.
I know, but there's a huge
There is a third.
leg.
Yeah, you just have to stick around.
Lord have mercy.
I believe the cleaner way to put that is stick around, find out.
All right, moving right along
Yes.
here. So, want to give a big shout out to our patrons. So I noticed something. We only get the list of new.
Mm-hmm.
We have to go in and dig for all.
Yes.
But in order to get people motivated and to become a patron, we're just going to stick to announcing new patrons.
Sounds good.
We will announce one because he's standing here looking at me. He's like, if you don't say my name, there may be problems. But let's give a big shout out to the Push Archery for becoming a
Patron. Thanks, Matt.
Yep.
Yes,
Thanks.
thank
We
you.
appreciate you.
Pretty incredible.
Because we were all shocked.
I know.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, no, he didn't. But he did.
Yep, sure did.
Much appreciated.
Yep. All right. Well, if you want to be a patron, don't forget.
If you want to be a patron like Matt,
Yeah.
Go
Oh.
to what website?
Oh, Break and Trad. Patreon.com/Break and Trad. There's several videos up now, 2 or 3. I told you when they were coming, they would all come at the same time. I'm only a week behind, but it's a monthly subscription, and I'll see if I can't do maybe 1 to 2 videos a month.
Hopefully, we'll get a good one from this weekend.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Yep.
I hope everybody's there. We're going to hold micro interviews. Maybe.
Maybe.
We're going. There'll be some good videos.
We need some
good
fancy
shots.
equipment like Matt. Maybe that's what he was suggesting. He's like, I'm going to subscribe so y'all can upgrade.
Yeah,
We
that's
need one
what
of
he's
those.
doing.
We need one of those cameras. Matt's got that really nice fancy camera.
And he's got that solid lapel, the lapel mics. I don't know what those are, but they're
know.
pretty good. So,
Maybe one day we'll grow up to be a Matt.
oh, Matty Z. Hey, I found.
I'm trying to be like you. Ooh, ooh.
Okay, all right. Okay, guys, thanks for joining us again this week. We really appreciate it. Until next time. 1, 2, 3.
Make every shot count.
Good job, buddy. All right, bye, guys.